listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast with Stevie Wilson.
Hey people, this is Stevie for the LA Story. As I'm taping this now, I happen to be in upstate New York visiting my friend Donna. And these are her two computers. The one on the left, that one, is her old computer. This is her new one that she just got. We have a little problem here with you've got XP on the old one.
Yes.
Okay, and Donna what's the new one?
Windows 7.
Windows 7. Oh, don't like Windows 7 so much. That's why I haven't upgraded. And I gather you don't either.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Okay, and you've contacted Microsoft about the problem we're about to disclose.
Absolutely. And I've asked several professionals too, but Microsoft is the last word. They said what I want to do can't be done. They used to do it.
Okay, they used to do it. Okay, well, here's what the problem is. Okay, as you can see here, we're zooming in on Donna's photos. This is her photo album in a sense of all the JPEGs that she has, and she has them sorted by files, which is exactly how I do it. I work off an XP, and I downgraded from Vista to an XP for that very reason, because I knew everything about XP and could deal with it easily. Didn't like the changes from Vista. Now Windows 7, not so much. It's even worse. So tell us what's the deal with XP? What can you do? What can't you do?
Well, first of all, I'm going to minimize this to show you my desktop picture.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Different pictures.
Okay.
I have a ton of pictures of my bicycle from that summer. I like some of them better than others. I really like this one, and I would like to email it to somebody or print it. So I right-click, and I get a menu.
Okay, so let me go in there so we can zoom in on that. So if she right-clicks on the XP, okay, you can see that she has refresh, graphic properties, graphic options, new properties, and all that stuff. So you can do all kinds of things, which means you can actually right-click, save it to your desktop, attach it to an email.
The biggest problem is that, the biggest advantage, and I never knew it was going to be hard to replicate, properties. Click on properties, because I really need to know where the picture is living. And if you go through here, you can find out the location. Settings. Let's see.
Settings, probably.
Oh, it's taking a while.
Okay.
Old computer. That's why it got replaced. So this shows me exactly where in the files, and that it's called Bike Print 1A. So I can go
See that?
I can search my computer many different ways, but I know that I'll be looking for Bike Print 1A.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, so let's go look at the pumpkin shot.
The pumpkin shot.
Which we shot this week while I was up in Central New York, which is kind of a cool shot because she did this really nice job on it. But you notice that it takes up the whole freaking screen, which it kind of,
Well, it's been cropped and edited, but I did take a lot of pictures of pumpkins that day. And I did leave the raw photos in the files, and I also had a few different edits where it was cropped differently.
Okay.
But I really like this one, and I would like to know what it's called so that I can find it to email it to somebody. So
like me.
I right-click it.
Okay, let's go in here. And here's what it says. Okay.
Well, it says everything except properties. Now it says graphics properties. That doesn't tell you where it lives on the computer. It's only telling you something you don't need to know.
Yeah, well, that's only for people who are dealing with it truly in a more photographic sense.
But to find it, in order to do anything with it, to find it in order to edit it, let's say, or to email it, or to print it, I have to know what picture that is. It could be Pumpkins 1A, Pumpkins 2C, Pumpkins October. I should be able to find out by right-clicking. No idea what it's called.
Okay, so there's no way to right-click this at all.
No, not to find out where the picture lives.
Okay. Now, I also noticed that we had problems with the slideshow.
This is even more important because the desktop is just one picture. But let's close that request. I'm going to restore those two. Oops. Okay. It's not even doing that directly. Okay. So here I am, all my pictures.
Right. You can see all your pictures, which is easy.
And I can put thumbnails on there, but it won't change the facts. I'm going to open a folder called Trail 2005. It has a lot of pictures. Some of them are edits. A lot of pictures of the same place. Well, I was trying to get exactly the right view.
Right, and exactly the right configuration and hue and all the adjustments.
I'm going to open the same one.
Okay.
On the new computer. Okay. I can make it so that there are thumbnails, I believe. That still isn't going to help me. So I like the slideshow option, especially if I'm downloading new photos, because I can go through, have them large, and decide which ones, I can delete them.
Okay.
If they don't suit me.
Okay.
So
let's set up the slideshow.
This is XP. View as a slideshow. Now, I can click it if I want it to move faster. I can pause it if I want it to pause. I can click it some more. That's the angle. That's the one I want.
Okay.
So I pause it, and I right-click. I can either get properties, which will allow me to find out exactly where the picture is and what it's called. So it's DSCN0016. Okay. That's not really important. What I want to do is, well, let's say I want to edit it. I can go to Open With, and I can choose an editing program. I happen to use Photoshop.
Okay.
But I can open it with
anything.
Anything.
Okay.
That's great. So I can edit it right from there if I want.
That works.
Push a button.
Okay.
Photoshop loads kind of slow. All right. This is the other one. This is the new computer, Windows 7.
With Windows 7, which is, I've seen you work this. I've actually tried to sit there and figure out ways to help you, and not working.
So push the button slideshow because I want to look at the trail pictures. And I can make it go a little faster. I can right-click it and pause it.
Okay.
All right.
But what does it happen when you pause it?
Well, this is the one, let's say I want to
edit
this one, and I want to know what it's called because there are a gazillion other similar pictures. If I'm looking at thumbnails, I won't be able to discern which one's which.
Exactly, because this is the thumbnails that they have, they're kind of tiny.
Well, my options here are play, it's paused now, next, back, and then varieties of basically the same thing.
It's slideshow speed.
Same thing.
Or shuffle or loop or whatever. That's like...
But what's the picture called? And if I want to edit the picture, let's say I want to do it in Adobe, which I can do in Photoshop, I can't even minimize this.
Oh, ouch.
I have to exit it, which puts me right back here, and I have to start all over again, and then I can open it if I double click because I set Photoshop as my default. Ignore that.
Fun.
I really like that. I want to edit that one. But I want to have access to 3 others from there.
Yeah, and you want all the rest of them. Then you have to go...
I have to go back to the bottom. Okay, there it is. But I don't really know where I was. Okay, so I can start the slideshow all over again. Let's skip. Let's say, oh, I want to edit that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to, oops, I'll go back. Pause. Right click again. Exit. Oops. Oh, there it is. Look, there's a little, that's not the picture we were just looking at.
Yeah.
I have to open each one of them.
Again.
Again.
Individually.
Yes. Now, as I said, I can put thumbnails, but they're so small that I may as well open each one.
Okay, so
one after another. So I still don't know what picture that was. I've already, of course, managed to finish it on the other computer.
Okay, so the difference between them is basically functionality for the XP, and Windows 7 eliminated serious functionality, particularly for photographers and amateur photographers and anybody dealing with graphics. So that makes you have to work harder. And what did Microsoft tell you?
They said that that Windows 7 cannot do what I am asking it to do. And that it's not a matter of settings. I always figured you could go in and adjust something. But let's go back to this one.
Okay.
All right, so...
And Donna, we're 10 minutes in.
Okay, that's fine. I'm almost done. I can minimize that and go right back to the screen show.
Yeah.
And click through 6 different things. Open with Adobe. Boom. I'm back in it.
Yeah.
This one, you have to close it out, find out where you were, open it up again. It's very frustrating. It's not even that it takes longer. It makes it nearly impossible if you've got dozens of pictures of the same subject matter.
Ouch. Christmas would be bad.
Please
Thanksgiving.
ask Microsoft to do something about the slideshow so that you can access properties and also so that it can be minimized and not closed every time you want to do something else behind it.
Okay, so here's the difference. You can actually work in Photoshop and pull out of a slideshow any image that you want easily on XP, but on Windows 7, you get to double and triple the work time, if not quadruple it, and drive yourself crazy at the same time.
I'm already there.
And she is. She's a short putt. So this is Stevie for the LA Story asking you to hit that URL that's going to be at the end of this video and go complain to Microsoft. So this is Stevie for the LA Story, and thanking Donna for her time.
Thank you.
And no problem. And this is Stevie saying see you soon, people. Bye.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.